Hey, it's Arie here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing something very different from what I usually talk about on this channel. Normally, I talk about affiliate marketing, different ways of making money on the internet, how to really grow a business online. If that is the thing that interests you and you, of course, want to learn more, definitely be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. But in this video, I actually wanted to talk about my experience with the Blue Yeti mic. So I've actually had this mic right here. This is the Blue Yeti mic that I've been using for the past 2 weeks, I believe it was, that I've actually been using this, and I want to do a video pretty much sharing my experience using this so far for my videos, and it's basically how it all it's been working out. But anyways, so bit of a funny story actually. So about a month, I want to say a little over a month ago actually, I was, looking for a mic to get, of course, for, these videos that I'm doing, because I'm doing a lot of these, recording my screen type of videos and stuff like that. And, oftentimes when I would watch the videos back, I'd be able to hear my voice clearly, but, I would often hear, things in the background, like, the fan or something like that. And, I'd hear other sounds in the background as well that, even things that would be kind of far away, because the default speaker on this PC is generally a bit sensitive, and it tends to pick up a lot of things in the background. So I, of course, wanted to make my videos sound better. I wanted to be able to record a video and not have to worry about, anything else going on in the background, and be able to make it where, it's primarily my voice is what you hear. So that's when I decided that I would pick up a mic that I would use for my my videos. And initially, I did not go with the Blue Yeti mic. I actually went with a different brand, and I was going to use that for my videos. So I happened to search on Amazon mics, good mics to use for recording videos or something like that. And I came across one that was around $40 or something like that. It was a brand that I had never heard of, and I just kind of decided to give it a chance since it looked cool. I seen it one other video, and it seemed like it would be a fairly good quality mic. But unfortunately, when I actually got the mic, for whatever reason, when I tried plugging it into this PC and recording a video, when I would play the video back, for whatever reason, I would just barely able to hear my own voice, and then there'd be this loud beeping sound in the background. I don't know what the problem was, but I tried messing with a bunch of different settings. I even tried it on my my other computer upstairs, and even then, I still couldn't get the mic to work properly. So I don't know what the issue was with that. I tried contacting their customer support, and they said maybe it's something to do with with the sound card. So initially, I was gonna replace the sound card, but then I seen that a lot of the good quality ones were about the same price that it would cost to get another mic. So I figured, well, I might as well trade in this current mic that I have, and instead of wasting more time, I'll just go with a different brand. And then I shortly, after that, started hearing about the Blue Yeti mic, which is what a lot of people are using for their videos. And I thought, this is a fairly well-known brand, that a lot of people, know, like, and trust. And I figured, why not go with a well-known, trusted brand like the Blue Yeti brand? So I then saw a review of the Blue Yeti mic. I looked on Amazon. The Blue Yeti mic was around $100, a little over 100, which I thought, if considering that it is a good quality mic that a lot of people like, then this will be definitely well worth it. So something that I've actually heard from my mentor actually, inside of when I've been learning affiliate marketing and all that stuff, is never be cheap on your journey to greatness. If you are afraid to spend on premium actual quality stuff, then you're generally going to get what you pay for. So that's kind of the thing that you have to really keep in mind. If you want to do something, long term, and you really want to be the best it could possibly be, you have to be willing to actually invest in good quality equipment that will actually, make your videos look better and, all that type of stuff. So that's when I decided, you know what, Blue Yeti is a fairly well-known brand, and that's what I'm going to decide to go with. So I went with the Blue Yeti microphone, and I went on Amazon, and I got this microphone right here. This is the box it came in. I don't know if it's showing up backwards on here. It's showing backwards on my webcam as I'm recording this, but this is the mic that I decided to pick up. This is, of course, the red color. They come in, various different colors as well. blue, copper, silver, black, white, all that other stuff. But I like the red one a lot. So yeah, so I decided to pick up this microphone here, and it also came with a manual. So literally inside the box, all that was pretty much included. Unlike the other one I had, which had like a ton of other cords and all that type of stuff. This was literally just the mic itself, the cord that you plug it in, and then just the manual, and that was pretty much it. So very simple. I just plugged it right into my PC. I tried recording, and immediately everything sounded great. I was able to hear my voice fairly clearly, and there are some things on here, like they got like these little knobs here that you could adjust, and this will of course like adjust the quality. So I'll actually go over that here. So in the manual, they actually talk more about what these knobs are for. So one of the knobs is actually the, I believe it's the one on top, actually. It's this knob right here. This is the sensitivity, like how high you want the sensitivity. Personally, I leave it all the way down to like the lowest, just kind of like the lowest, like right here, like, kind of where it's kind of facing this way. But if you turn it like up, then, it kind of, picks up a lot more like around me. So I usually keep it, down here, and I find that this, like I just keep it here and it sounds fairly good. But then this other knob, it's got 4 different modes, which is based on, like the type of content that you are creating. So I'll actually go over in the manual here because they explain more about what that is here. So I've got the little manual that I'm going through. So pretty cool. They got the little Yeti figures on the back. Let's see if I could find that real quick. So we've got, oh yeah, here it is. So we've got 4 different modes. There is stereo, we've got cardioid, we've got omnidirectional, and then we've also got bidirectional. So I'll actually go over each of these. So the stereo is ideally great for capturing realistic stereo image. To start, point the microphone at the sound source that you want to record the front of the microphone. That is the side of the microphone with the Blue Microphones logo. So that would be the front of the mic would actually be right here where you see the Blue Yeti logo. And this is where you would, of course, we would be picking up sound, actually. I accidentally closed my mic because, or no, not my mic, my manual here. Let me go back to that. All right, so this... See, I don't want to go through the whole thing here, but it actually shows more on the box, actually. Kind of gives like a visual representation of this. So these are the 4 different modes that I, of course, go over. So these are, them here. So stereo is ideally great for picking up sound in 4 different directions. So if you have it set on stereo mode, then this is ideally great if you have like... if you have like, like a band or something and you guys are like recording music, if there's like 4 people around it, then it picks up sound, all around the entire mic. So that's, that mode is great for if you are doing, any sort of, like vocals or anything like that. If you're playing instruments, is what it shows on the box right here. The cardioid is actually the mode that I'm currently set on. This is what I believe is what most people will be using this mic for. This is for if you're doing any sort of like podcasts where it's just yourself recording your own voice. If you're doing like like video tutorials like what I'm doing on this like on this channel here, where I'm showing my computer screen and just myself recording my own voice, then that is generally what that mode is for. So when you have it set to the cardioid mode, it only picks up sound from this side right here. This side right here is where it picks up the sound. Not as much right here, but more so right here. And it picks up the sound from, the direction that, it's of course facing. And then, it's great for, if you have either a podcast and just your own voice, you just speak into that one, direction there. Voiceovers, vocals, instruments, if it's just yourself playing. And then omnidirectional, it's, I'd say primarily great if you're doing, it records from all different directions. And it's great for if you're doing conference calls, field recordings, and then, events and orchestras. I'd say that's primarily what omnidirectional is for. And then there is bidirectional. This is for, like, if you're doing, like, some sort of, like, interview. So, like, if you have, like, a radio show or a podcast, it could even be. And let's say that you are bringing someone onto the show. Then that is what that mode would be. So, like, I'd be on one side here. Like, hey, what's going on? It's great to have you on board. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm, the day's going pretty good so far. Something like that.
Like let's say like I'm like interviewing you right now. Like, you're on the other side of this, and we're like, for whatever reason, doing some sort of like interview. So like, so what are your some of your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, I'm very passionate about what I do and all that type of stuff.
Um, anyways, that is primarily what that mode is for. But yeah, I'd say this is a very great all-around mic. If you are, whatever content it is that you are creating, whether it's music, whether it's, videos that I'm doing here, like these, where yourself speaking into the mic and doing any sort of tutorials or anything like that, or if you're doing like conference calls or interviews or anything like that, this is a very great all-around mic. Sound is very good. It helps with eliminating a lot of the background noise where just, you only hear your voice throughout the videos. And yeah, I'd say this is a very great quality mic that you should definitely recommend, that I definitely recommend checking out if you haven't already. So if you have a YouTube channel, if you are, building out like a podcast or whatever it is that you're doing, and you want to improve the sound quality on your content, then I highly recommend looking into the Blue Yeti mic if you have not given that a chance already. I will have a link in the description if you want to check this out for yourself, to Amazon. That is the link where you can, of course, check that out, and you can see exactly, whether or not that is whether or not you want to, of course, pick that up. But disclaimer, that is my affiliate link that you will see in the description. So if you do decide to pick up that mic through that link, it does help the channel. I do get a small commission on that. Not a massive commission, but, it's still something every bit, counts. But if you want to check out the Blue Yeti mic, that link will be in the description. And yeah, this is definitely one that I highly recommend picking up. I know there's a lot of other, mics that could be kind of hard to choose from, but my personal experience, I found that the Blue Yeti mic sounds very good. It's not like, I did have to take some time to, of course, adjust the settings here and there to kind of see like what really sounded best from my personal experience. But once I did that, after like an hour of like kind of going through that, now I pretty much kind of leave the modes as like kind of the same. And yeah, it's pretty much there, everything there. One other thing that I kind of forgot to mention is that there is also a headphone jack at the very bottom of this. So let's say that you're like doing like some sort of like video conference call with someone like that, and you want to plug in your headphones where you hear the other person on the other end, and then where it's kind of like you're speaking into the mic. There is a headphone jack on kind of the bottom here, which is kind of, I don't know if you could see that, but it's kind of like, yeah, right here. And this little knob right here adjusts the volume of like the headphones that you have plugged in. So that is pretty much all the main features of the Blue Yeti mic. I highly recommend checking out this mic if you haven't done so already. Again, the link will be in the description. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know if you actually plan on actually giving the Blue Yeti mic a try. Let me know what other mic you have used before. Let me know your experience. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful, and take care.